From Murphy Center on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, it's time for the 2012 Girls State Basketball Tournament Division I. Hello again, everybody. I'm Dan Hughes, and along with Chris Harris to bring you the play-by-play of the first game of this tournament, and the first time ever that Class AA has started off this tournament. It'll be Livingston Academy, the Lady Wildcats, 32-3 on the season, taking on Loudon, the Lady Redskins of 28-4 on the season. Chris, this could be a dandy. These two teams match up pretty well.
No, it's a couple of teams that one has a lot of tradition here, the other not so much. With Loudon, the first trip they have had to the state basketball tournament since 1977, only their third overall appearance for Livingston Academy. They're a mainstay here as their 11th year. Head coach Leslie Riddle has them back now for the 17th time, the first since 09. But Livingston, lots of tradition. Loudon's had some really good football teams over the year, but this is the first time they've been here in girls basketball in a long time. And since 1977. And 4 state championships for Livingston. They won it in 1990, they won it in 94, they won it in 99, and they won it in 2004. They have a record of 26-12 in the state tournament. Loudon has yet to win a state tournament basketball game. They're making their first appearance here in a long, long time, as you said, Chris, and it's going to be fun to watch. And let's take a 1-minute local break. 2-minute local break, and you're listening to the TSSAA Network.
It may not require.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee Public Television stations, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music.
I see spaceships.
I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat. Or we'll choose one for you.
There are many reasons why 96% of First Tennessee customers would recommend us. Here are a few.
Well, what I love about First Tennessee is that everybody knows me when I walk through the door.
They actually get excited when they see you walk into the branch, and I love that.
They can't stop me from singing the praises of my bank.
Would I go anywhere else? Absolutely not.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
Are you a 96?
Come see why 96% of our customers would recommend us.
The Lady Redskins of Loudon taking on the Lady Wildcats of Livingston Academy in Game 1 of the 2012 State Basketball Tournament. Full day schedule. This is the very first game of along 2 weeks. We'll start off with Loudon and Livingston Academy at 11:30 Central Time. Manassas takes on Christ Presbyterian Academy. Then at 1 o'clock Central, it'll be Waverly Central taking on Stone Memorial. And at 2:30, Obion Central taking on McMinn Central. And then we flip over, Chris, oddly enough, into AAA. Morristown East takes on Memphis Overton. And then better get your tickets early and get here early, because at 5:30 this afternoon, 2 local teams will be battling. Mount Juliet will be taking on Murfreesboro Riverdale. Juliet with a 32-4 record, Riverdale 31-3. That should be quite a nightcap, to say the very least.
No doubt about it. And, like you mentioned, this is the first time they've started out with AA. This is a starting of a rotation. Well, they'll have AA, then AAA, then single A this year. Next year, they'll start out with AAA and then go back to the original of how it used to be with single A starting first. And I'm curious to see, and you've been covering these for more than 30 years now, and how it'll affect the attendance, because you always see these small single A schools from the small communities bring lots of people during the day. Will the same thing happen for the AAA schools that are now going to be getting out of school and playing the day games?
It's going to be interesting because especially with the AAA schools that have to travel a long distance, I think it's going to be a plus for attendance. Chris, I think every time I start these basketball tournaments, you and I both sit here and we think of Bill.
Absolutely.
As he would say, I talked to Miss Peggy last night, and she's doing well. And I told Peggy, I said, he would say, I got that first one, Stud Duck. And so I decided that, hey, I got the first one, Stud Duck. Yep. So we miss him. And we miss seeing Peggy here, and hopefully she will be back.
I was happy you looked at the big box of wires and said that's what Bill would have. So, that was a compliment.
Hey, you had this box of wires up here. We were setting it up, and I looked down and I said, Haney's here. But he is here in spirit, and we miss him still, and always will. Both teams finishing up their warm-ups. Loudon already off the floor, getting final instructions from their coach, Bryant Collins. They're 28-4 on the season. Now Livingston Academy leaves the floor, and when we come back, we will give you the starting lineups for both these teams. A 2-minute break coming up on the TSSAA network.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee Public Television stations, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships.
I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
There are many reasons why 96% of First Tennessee customers would recommend us. Here are a few.
Well, what I love about First Tennessee is that everybody knows me when I walk through the door.
They actually get excited when they see you walk into the branch, and I love that.
They can't stop me from singing the praises of my bank.
Would I go anywhere else? Absolutely not.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
Are you a 96?
Come see why 96% of our customers would recommend us.
Our national anthem Here at the Glass House, Murphy Center. Here's the starting lineups. First of all, for Loudon, Bryant Collins is the coach, 28-4 on the season. Loudon is dressed in the white, trimmed in the red and the black. They'll start So Grimes, number 3. She's a junior, 5'6". Number 4, Jody Daly, a senior at 5'8". Jara Gasper, senior at 5'4", averaging 14 points a game. Savannah Berry, a senior at 5'3", averaging 9 points a game. And Chelsea Moore, a senior at 5'9", 12 points per ball game. She wears number 24. So for Loudon, it's Grimes, Jody Daly, Gasper, Berry, and Moore. For Livingston Academy, Leslie Riddle is the head coach, 32-3 on the season. She'll start this starting 5. Sydney Staggs, a junior, 5'6", 9 points a game. Kayla Williams, a senior at 5'9", number 13. Number 14 is Abby Miller, a senior at 5'9", 14 points a game. Allison Daly, number 21, a senior at 5'8". And Heather Cravens, senior at 5'7". So for Livingston Academy, it's Staggs, Williams, Miller, Daly, Cravens. 2 teams, Loudon and Livingston, battling here for a berth in the semifinals that will be played here at 10 a.m. on Friday morning. They will play the winner of Manassas, 31-3, and Christ Presbyterian Academy. That next game's going to be a dandy with 2 teams that's only lost 6 games put together.
It is the blind draw somehow, and sometimes gives you some rather interesting matchups. I know later on, Obion Central will be taking on the defending champion McMinn, 2 of the favorites in this girls tournament, AA.
Good crowd here, especially from Livingston Academy as they're being introduced now. And a good crowd for game 1 on a Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock.
The Livingston Academy, they're led by, you mentioned Abby Miller, the senior forward, 5'9", 14 points per game. She will play a little bit on the outside, a little bit on the inside. We'll see how she matches up against this Loudon team led by Jara Gasper, 5'4", senior guard. 14 points at 5'4". She's averaging 4 rebounds per game. And then Chelsea Moore, another senior on this team. She's a post at 5'9", a little bit undersized as a post at 5'9", but 12 points, 6 rebounds for she. So that's the matchups to look at in this ball game. And obviously, the first few minutes, you always have to shake off those jitters. Shooting in a gym where you have the no backdrop, the deep backdrop, you always see them kind of get a feel for each other here in the first few minutes.
It'll get, and then about the second quarter, it won't make a difference whether they were playing outside or in their home gym or whatever. They're very used to it. It's always a pleasure to come to Murfreesboro, and it's always a pleasure to come to the Murphy Center for this playoff. Horn sounds, 8 minutes on the clock. We're set to play some basketball. Jumping center for Livingston will be number 13. That'll be Williams. And she will be jumping. Help me with a number there, Chris.
24.
24.
More.
That is more. 8 minutes, then this basketball game underway, and it's controlled by Loudon with the ball. Out across the timeline, Gasper gives it off underneath, shot blocked, scramble for a loose basketball, goes out of bounds, jump ball call, possession arrow will go to Livingston Academy.
Yeah, Moore got the ball down to the post, and Daly just stripped it of her. She had a look, like an easy look, but Daly came out, stripped it away from behind.
Full court press by Loudon as Livingston brings it down the floor. This is Williams with the basketball. Gets it across the timeline. Goes over to Staggs. Staggs, 15-footer good. 15-footer from left wing, and Livingston draws first blood. Here comes Loudon with the basketball. This is Berry, Savannah Berry, the 5'3" senior. Out across the time stripe. Over to the left side they go with it. Back to the left side to Moore, to Berry. Back over right wing to Grimes. They work the perimeter very patiently, looking for the opening on the inside. Back around right side to Daly. Over to Grimes. Back to Daly. Daly to the right side. Dribbles once. Gives it back over to Berry. Berry to the top of the key. 2-0 the score. Livingston leading.
Livingston Academy out in that 2-3 zone there, just sitting back.
Daly gives it. Top of the key. 3 in the air. It's short. No good. Scramble for loose basketball. Coming out with it, Livingston. Down the floor in a hurry, across the line. This is Staggs. Staggs drives in the lane, dishes it off underneath. Ball knocked away out of bounds. It'll belong to Livingston.
Looking for Miller on that opposite left block. Good job by Loudon getting back on defense there. It looked like Livingston had some numbers.
Livingston made one too many passes. She had the shot, didn't take it. Williams will inbound, gives it off underneath. Up, shot won't go. Gets her own rebound, puts it up, no good. She'll do the foul. To the line will be Allison Daly. She'll shoot 2. And let's see who he charged the foul to. 24 more charged for the foul. To the line, Daly shooting 2 times. 2-0 the score, Livingston leading.
That was too easy for Daly. She got that entry feed right underneath the bucket. A little too easily there.
First shot rings the rim. It will not fall. She'll have another. 6:43 remaining, first quarter of play. Second shot up, it's good. 3-0 the score. Livingston leading. Loudon with the basketball. This is Berry. Berry across the time stripe over to Gasper. Feeds it off underneath. Ball stolen away by Miller. Here comes Livingston down the floor. Out top of the key. Back to right side. Into the right corner. Back out top of the circle. Drives in the lane. Puts it up. Shot no good. Drew the foul. Miller will go to the line for Livingston and shoot 2 times. Foul is charged to Loudon. Foul is on Staggs, number 3. Her first, second team. And to the line is Miller. Abby Miller's shot up, missed it. She'll have another. 3-0 the score, Livingston leading.
Livingston 1 of 3 to start the game from the free throw line.
You can't keep that up. Second one up, got it. 4-0 the score, Livingston leading. Here comes Loudon with the basketball. This is Berry. Berry across the time stripe. Berry works out front over to Gasper. Into the corner goes to Grimes. Grimes to the right side over to Berry. Out top of the key to Daly. Daly gives it over to Berry. Berry kicks it over into the corner. Traveling turnover goes to Livingston. She took the step. Full court press here by Loudon. Livingston will bring it down. This is Miller across the stripe. Gets it to Williams. Williams tries to feed it on the inside. Loose basketball, and it's going to be kicked out of bounds. And the ball is going to belong to Livingston. Livingston will inbound it at side court. It goes to Williams. Williams across the time stripe. Over to Staggs. Gives it back out to Miller. Back out front to Staggs. Staggs to the top of the key. Over to Williams. Williams left side, front court. Ball knocked away out of bounds. And they say it was touched last by Loudon. Livingston Academy will inbound at side court. 5:30 remaining, first quarter of play.
I'm playing man-to-man, really pressing with this man-to-man. Not much sagging in the defense.
Miller out top of the key. She walked. She turned it over, and Chris, I think your analysis at the very first, before this would start, is true. I see 2 teams full of nerves out there right now.
Yeah, well, especially for Loudon. They've turned the ball over a few times, a little careless with the basketball. Livingston going to switch up into, it looks like man-to-man pressure, switching out of the 2-3 zone. We'll see if they get back in the zone.
Berry over the left side of Daly, back to Berry. Berry kicks it over into the corner to Grimes, feeds it into the lane. Turnaround shot won't go, to the foul. And it will be Loudon to the line this time, shooting 2. It will be Gasper to the line. Foul will be charged to Cravens. That's her first. And also the team's first, with 5:08 remaining, first quarter. To the line will be Gasper shooting 2. Eyes it, popped it, got it, and Loudon's on the board, 4-1.
Gasper, leading scorer for this Loudon team, and she averages 14 points per game.
Second shot in the air, good. 4-2. 2-point lead, Livingston. Livingston with the basketball. Full court pressure. Down the floor, Miller across the stripe. Miller drives in the lane. Bounce pass goes inside. Scramble for a loose basketball out of bounds. Loudon's ball. Loudon will inbound and bring it down. First game of Class AA here at the 2012 State Basketball Tournament in Murfreesboro. Out. They look for help. They get it across. Berry. Berry over to the right side to Gasper. Gasper free throw line. Tried to feed it off. The pass intercepted by Williams. Williams down the floor and across the stripe. Williams to the right side. Back out top of the key. Three up. Off the back of the rim. Won't go. Rebound. Scramble for it. And traveling called against Loudon. And the turnover goes to Livingston.
A quick traveling call there. She had just hit the floor. It was going to be a jump ball. The possession there would have given it to Loudon. A little bit of a bad break for the Lady Redskins.
Inbounding Livingston underneath the bucket. Way out front it goes to Miller. Pass intercepted. Down the floor more. Across the stripe. In the lane. Up. Shot off the rim. Won't go. Scramble for the ball. Looking for help. Bodies on the floor. And Livingston comes out with it somewhere or other. Williams with the basketball. Now it's intercepted by Berry. Here we go, and a blocking foul going to be called against number 13, Williams. Wild and furious there for a few seconds.
Trading turnovers.
Inbounding underneath the bucket will be Loudon. 4:13 remaining in the first quarter of play. 4-2 the score. Livingston leading. Loudon with the ball. This is Grimes inbounding. Way out front it goes over to Berry. Berry to Gasper, back to Berry. Savannah Berry, the senior at 5'3", averaging 9 points a game with the ball. Over to Moore. Moore gives it to the top of the key. Back over into the corner. Into the lane. Shot in the air. Off the rim, won't go. Rebounds by Livingston. Down the floor. This is Cravens. Cravens across the line, put it up, won't go, and drew the foul. She'll go to the line 2 times.
And try for that reverse layup. Almost got it to fall.
To the line will be Cravens. And let's see, Moore charged with a foul. Cravens to the line twice, popped it, got it. 5-2, Livingston leading. Daly into the ball game. She started the game. Jody Daly back into the ball game for Loudon. Second one up, missed it. Rebound volleyed around, and coming out with it is Livingston. Livingston got the rebound and whistle. We got another offensive foul going to be called on Miller.
And she kind of extended that arm with that elbow to get position. The official from the top saw it, call it.
Third team foul, and here comes Loudon with the basketball, trailing 5-2, 3.5 remaining first quarter.
The turnovers and the fouls, this game has not found a rhythm yet.
Berry, you predicted that. Over to the right side to Daly, back out front. Goes to Snow. Snow to the left side. Snow drives into the lane. Bounce pass underneath. Had it wide open and missed it. Rebound coming out with it. Sales of Livingston Academy. And the ball knocked away and out of bounds, and it's going to go the way of Livingston at side court.
That was picturesque offense on the other end. Just couldn't finish. Couldn't get that money down low to fall.
3:05 remaining first quarter. 5-2 the score. Livingston Academy leading. Out front, Williams. Williams to the right side. Loop pass goes inside. Goes to Cravens. Cravens back out front and threw it away.
Yep.
Nobody home on the inside. And the turnover is going to go to Loudon. This is not a picturesque game so far.
It's not. It really isn't. And I think partly in part because of the zone Livingston's playing. Now they're going to a little bit of a 1-2-1-1 press here.
Into the lane, ball knocked around, and coming back out with it is Daly. Daly gives it out to Berry. Back over to Daly. Daly to the left side, back to Berry. Savannah Berry, top of the key, goes right side. Left side, Daly. Over into the corner, back out front. Loop pass goes inside, stolen away. Stolen by Meadows. Meadows brings it down the floor for Livingston. Gives it out to Williams. Back over to Meadows. Meadows to the right side. Cross-court pass. Left side. Three in the air. Yes, it's there. With the three was Cravens, and it's 8-2. Livingston leading.
First three attempted of the tournament was nothing but nylon.
Down the floor, across the stripe. Up the middle of the floor, Savannah Berry for Loudon. 1:55 remaining in the first quarter. Out front, Berry. Gives it over to Snow. They work the perimeter. Looking on the inside. Nothing doing. All around the left side now. Back out front. Now they pop three. Long three. No good. Ball out of bounds. Livingston's basketball.
Settling for those jump shots. They've been able to get the ball down low a couple of times. Haven't been able to convert. Want to settle for those outside shots against his own.
Allison Daly back into the ball game for Livingston Academy. Against the press, Daly double team, flips it down the floor and across the stripe. This is Staggs. Staggs kicks it left wing, back out front. Back to the left side. Cross court pass, right side, Staggs. Three up, three down.
2 for 2.
11-2. Livingston Academy leading. 1:10 remaining in the first quarter. Out across the stripe. This is Berry for Loudon. Left side, three in the air. Won't fly. Ball tipped out long. Rebound comes to Daly. Three in the air. Yes, it's there with the three is Berry, Savannah Berry, and it's 11-5. 6-point advantage by Livingston. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Loudon. Livingston Academy will inbound its side court. 46 seconds remaining first quarter.
Now Loudon needed something to happen positive. That shot didn't look good out of her hands, but the result was nice.
Down across the stripe. With it is Meadows. Meadows kicks it over into the corner. Back out front to Meadows. Meadows starts in. Kicks it right side to Staggs. Whistle. 3-second violation. Back in the day, we called that hot spot. And now it's 3 seconds violation.
Sounds a little too long camping out in the, not the paint, but the area inside the lane.
30 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
The hot spot, huh?
That's what they used to call it. Lady Redskins with the basketball.
You were doing games when they had the picket basket up on the goal too, didn't you?
Yeah, they had to get a ladder to take the ball out of the peach basket. That's something we'd say to Haney, wouldn't it? In the lane, driving, up, shot, won't fall, rebound, Livingston. Left side, long three, all there, and that's the end of the first quarter. It's been all Livingston on the scoreboard so far. They lead at the end of a quarter, 11-5. You're listening to the TSSAA Network.
Hey, you want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
Loudon will inbound the basketball right in front of us. Cross court. And they bring it across the strike. Goes to Daly. Daly kicks it over into the corner. Back out front to Daly over the left side. It goes to Berry. Berry kicks it over into the corner to Gasper. Back out to Berry.
Livingston again settling into that 2-3 zone. I think they were very happy with how that went in the first quarter.
Well, only allowed 5 points. Had to be. Left side out front. Berry with the ball. Back out front. They back out. Loudon saying, okay, we're going to play very patiently here. Gives it out to Gasper. Gasper over into the corner to Grimes. Whistle and a hack foul going to be called against number 5. That is Meadows.
Well, for Loudon, their spacing isn't that great against this 2-3 zone. You'd like to get somebody at the high post and low post. That's when they've had some good looks down low.
Left side, Daly, cross court, goes right side over to Berry. Cross court, knocked away and out of bounds. Last touch by Livingston. It'll belong to Loudon underneath their bucket.
Quick hands there by Staggs.
To the left wing. Out front court. Over to Berry. Berry to Daly. Back over to Berry. Right side to Grimes. Into the corner. Driving back out front. 3 in the air. Off the rim. Won't go. Ball out of bounds. And this is touch last by Loudon. And Livingston Academy will control. Well, that took a minute and 20 off.
It was a good look by Moore. That's why I'd love to see a shot clock in high school basketball.
Me too. Right side, Staggs, 3 up, won't fly. Rebound, coming out with it, scramble for it. What do we got?
Jump ball.
Jump ball call. And the possession arrow will go to Livingston Academy underneath the bucket. Livingston Academy will inbound. Late horn.
I don't know what they're talking about.
They're discussing the possession arrow.
Was it changed at the end of the quarter? It was not, so it'll be Livingston ball.
Right. That is corrected.
Butch Campbell over there running the clock. He
scared me to death last year.
He's going into the Hall of Fame.
And he deserves to do so.
That was a very scary moment last year.
Out front court, Livingston Academy. Miller working the basketball. Feeds it off underneath. Foul. Blocking foul going to be called against Loudon. That could have gone either way.
Well, you know, if you're watching, you see that little blue semicircle underneath the goal. That's only for college. They don't use that in high school. She was there in time. You're right. It could have gone either way.
To the line will be Taylor Meadows for the Lady Wildcats of Livingston. Isaac popped it, got it.
High arching free throw.
One of those rainbow cells back into the ball game for Livingston. To the line, Meadows. One more time. Isaac popped it, missed it. Rebound, coming out with it, Grimes for Loudon. Out across the strike. Works it to the right side. Out front court, Grimes. Over to the left wing. Back out front. Loudon working the perimeter as they have this entire time. Goes to Berry. Berry over to the top of the key to Gasper. Gasper gives it to Grimes. Travel.
This zone has really got Loudon perplexed. And you know, Livingston did their due diligence in scouting report with Coach Riddle to probably see this frustrates them. They saw him film, and it's frustrating him so far today.
Staggs gives it off down the floor. Miller across the time stripe out front to Meadows. for Livingston. Livingston leading 12-5, 5:40 remaining in the half. Out front, Williams gives it into the lane. They drive and tries to put it up, no good, and the ball's blocked out of bounds. Good play defensively by Loudon.
By Moore underneath. She did a nice job stepping in, stripping the basketball. Just got basketball and not arm.
Inbounding way over into the corner. Long three in the air. Off the back, no good. Rebound is by Chelsea Moore of Loudon. Down the floor, the Lady Redskins. Gives it over in the lane. They'll back it out. Left wing goes to Moore. Moore back out to Gasper and lost control of the dribble. And the loose ball's picked up by Livingston. Now the loose ball's picked up by Loudon. Daly got the basketball, brings it across the time stripe out front to Berry. 5 minutes remaining in the first half of play. Savannah Berry with the basketball. Over to the left side to Gasper. To Moore. To the left wing to Berry. Three in the air. Won't go. Rebound. Knocked around. Scramble for it. Jump ball call. Possession error. This time goes to Loudon.
Amongst the trees, Staggs underneath the bucket came up with that rebound. Not sure how, but that hustle gives them an extra chance on offense here.
4:41 remaining. First half. Inbounding Loudon underneath their bucket. Way out front it goes to the left side. Little jumper off the glass, no good. Rebound is by Miller, and here comes Livingston with the basketball, and the ball's knocked around and goes out of bounds, and is last touched by Loudon, and Livingston will inbound. Cravens comes back into the ball game. Out goes Kayla Williams for Livingston. Inbound out front, top of the key. Goes to Cravens over the left side to Meadows. And they worked it on the inside. Loop pass. It's open underneath, and Whistling got a foul call. And the bucket should count, I think. Basket is good. Foul is on Gasper of Loudon.
It's great ball movement. You always talk about that pass that leads to the pass. Well, that pass by Staggs inside was a good one.
And with three-point play, the old-fashioned way is converted. And it's 15-5, and a timeout is called. 4:22 remaining in the first half of play. Livingston Academy leading 15-5. This is a full timeout.
I look at my life in a whole new way.
Loudon brings it down the floor. This is Berry with the basketball. Berry gives it over to Daly. Back to Berry. Berry to Daly. Daly to the right side. Over to the right wing. It goes to Snow. Back out front to Berry. Feeds it to the baseline. Shot up off the back of the rim board. No good. And Whistle drew the foul. Foul's probably on number 11. Sells would be my guess.
You're right.
That is correct, and to the line will be Zoe Grimes. She will shoot 2 times at the 4-minute mark. Loudon has gone 4 minutes without scoring a point in this second quarter, and still hadn't as they missed the first one.
And it's been a while. That I guess the last bucket was there at the end of the first quarter where they hit the three at the top of the key. Now struggles at the free throw line.
Second shot, missed them both. Rebound Livingston. Loudon's woes continue. Over to the left side to Cravens. Cravens left wing, long three off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound by Grimes. Here comes Loudon with the basketball. Berry across the time stripe. Tried to feed it left side. Ball knocked around. Bodies on the floor. Jump ball call. Possession error. Livingston Academy. Livingston Academy will inbound and bring it down the floor. This is Cravens. Cravens to the left side over to Williams. Williams feeds it to the baseline. Ball knocked around. Scramble for a loose basketball. Whistle and a timeout called quickly by Loudon.
That was a nice
and
play.
The coach. 3:26 remaining in the first half of play. 15-5 the score. Livingston leading. 30-second local break coming your way on the TSSAA network. Loudon will inbound, trailing 15-5. 3:20 remaining in the first half of play. Down the floor, Berry. Berry gives it to Moore. Moore to the left side. Back out front to Berry. Berry out top of the key to Gasper. Back loop pass goes inside. Give and go. And whistle. We got an offensive foul called against Loudon. What else can happen to the Lady Redskins?
Their last bucket, Dan, was with 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. You can do the math.
This is not what you want, but you got to give Livingston's defense a lot of credit here. And a loose basketball, scramble for it, and jump ball called, and possession error this time will go to Loudon with 3 minutes remaining in the first half.
Loudon 1 of 12 from the floor. That's 8% to start this game. 1 of 7 from the three-point line.
Savannah Berry will bring it down the floor. Berry over to the right side. It goes to Snow. Back out front into the lane. Driving up shot won't go. Rebound up. There it is. Chelsea Moore scores 2. 15-7.
This bucket in almost 7 minutes.
Unbelievable. Ball out of bounds. It'll belong to Livingston Academy. Good defensive work there by Loudon. But again, Chris, you got to give all this defensive credit to Livingston.
No doubt.
But if you go to the other end of the floor, Livingston's not tearing the scoreboard up either.
No. And turnovers have been a problem for both teams as well.
And there's one right there as they turn it over, and Loudon will have control of the basketball.
Both teams now with 10 turnovers in this first half.
Not pretty. Loudon will inbound and bring it down.
Only 10 steals, so 10 of the 20 have been unforced.
Wow, this is mathematical head. Get that from the generals, right?
I do.
Long three in the air, off the back of the rim, no good. Scramble for the basketball. Coming out with it, Loudon. Good defensive work there by rebound work by Grimes. Left side, it goes to Moore. Moore in the lane, tried to put it up, no good. She drew the foul, she'll go to the line 2 times.
A game like this, you know, it's really tough on the officials.
It's hard on the announcers, too.
It is, definitely. It's tough on everybody, but the officials, you as an official, you want to get in rhythm as well and figure out what's a foul call, what's going to be the consistent foul call in each game. It's been tough to do that in this game.
Chelsea Moore will go to the line twice. Isaac popped it, missed it. She'll have another.
I don't think she has gotten enough touches. She's really made things happen, seeming like every time she's touched the basketball.
2:01 remaining in the first half of play. Second one up, it's good. 15-8, that's the score. 7-point advantage by Livingston Academy. Livingston with the basketball. Out across the stripe. This is Meadows. Meadows gives it right side to Staggs. Back to Meadows, and she drew the foul. Foul's going to be on number 23. That is Bree Snow of Loudon. Floor foul. Are we going 1 and 1 time?
We are to the bonus.
That is the 7th foul. To the line will be Taylor Meadows. She will shoot the 1 and 1.
Livingston at the line. They are 5 of 9 to start the game.
Shot up, good. She'll have another.
Second point of the ball game.
Ronnie Carter relaxed, setting across the way. Former director of the TSSAA.
Taking it in.
Second shot, good. No pressure. 17-8 the score.
Should have signed him a game.
Out across the stripe. Berry with the basketball. Berry gives it out front to Gasper. Long NBA three off the glass, won't go.
Good look.
Rebounds by Mattis. Mattis brings it, gives it to Staggs. Staggs drives and lays it up and in. 19-8 the score. Livingston Academy leading. 1:20 remaining in the first half of play. Over into the corner. Back out front, working the ball. Gasper gives it over the left side to Daly. Daly drives, puts it up, way short, no good. Rebound is by Loudon. Gasper comes out with the basketball. Over to Moore. Back out front to Berry. Berry at midcourt. To the left side to Moore. Back out front to Daly.
Loudon may take the last shot here.
44 seconds remaining, and Livingston happy to allow that to happen, it would appear.
Put it mildly, this is a low-scoring game.
There's a jumper up, good with the bucket, Chelsea Moore, and you may be right. She makes things happen. Long pass down the floor, and lost it out of bounds. Livingston turnover will go to Loudon. 24 seconds remaining.
Had to be a travel or out of bounds or a...
How about a turnover?
Unforced.
Down the floor across the stripe. Loudon with the basketball. And the ball taken away. Down the floor, Meadows driving, lays it up and in. 21-10 the score. 10 seconds remaining. Livingston leading. Out across the stripe. To the right side. They look. They put up a three. Off the back of the rim, won't go. And that's the end of the first half. End of the first half of play. The score, Livingston Academy 21, Loudon 10. A 2-minute network break. You're listening to the TSSAA network.
Hey, you want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
There are many reasons why 96% of First Tennessee customers would recommend us. Here are a few.
Well, what I love about First Tennessee is that everybody knows me when I walk through the door.
They actually get excited when they see you walk into the branch, and I love that.
They can't stop me from singing the praises of my bank.
Would I go anywhere else? Absolutely not.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
Are you a 96?
Come see why 90
trying to bombard these kids.
in every way we can to keep them from the booze it and lose it.
And that's with the right team that the TSSAA puts on, and a tremendous program there. With your campaign, you've always had the slogans of click it or ticket, booze it and lose it, but the message has changed a little bit, and your commercials have changed just a little bit just to get a different tone.
Right. I mean, everybody recognizes the booze it and lose it, click it or ticket. Last year it was the get nailed with the nailed cars. This year, the newest commercial, and I don't think it's out statewide yet, but if you don't choose the back seat, the right seat will choose it for you. At the end of the commercial, the guy's in the back of a police car. So we're trying to show them what could happen if they're doing all this partying and going out and taking their friends out with them. And the results matter. I mean, the results for the last 8 years since Kendall Poole's been director, fatalities have gone down every single year, which is an incredible stat. And we do that through partnerships with the TSSAA, but also law enforcement across the state. So we really, I think, have done a good job with our partners. It's not just us.
What percentage of the traffic fatalities in the state are alcohol related? Would you say most fatalities that comes across you guys' desk have something to do with alcohol?
Yes. I'm not going to give you a specific percentage, but yes, it is. And it's not just the person driving the car who's drunk. It's the other person that's affected too. So lives are affected all across the state. And I mean, you're looking at families that are affected, not only the child who may be killed, but also the family of the other person that may be killed. So it really is a serious problem, and we're really trying to work on it.
And distracted driving. I know you guys have the SUVs now where they can be a little higher to look down and see what's going on inside the vehicle.
Right, because finally texting is illegal, and that is, like you said, very hard to catch because a police car right next to another car, you can't really tell if they're texting or not. And then we have the GPSs, so kids are everybody is taking their eyes off the road instead of driving. So that has become a problem. So in order to monitor that, they do have to be above that car beside them.
Kim Bonanno with the Governor's Highway Safety Office will be visiting with you quite a bit this week and trying to keep people safe on the roadways.
Do our best.
All right. Kim Bonanno, Governor's Highway Safety Office, halftime. Livingston Academy 21, Loudon, the Lady Redskins 10 at the half of game number 1 of a lot of games the next few weeks. 6 games today, the first of 6 today, and the first TSSAA Blue Cross Basketball Championships. 2 minutes for our local stations on the TSSAA Radio Network.
Hey, you want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat. Or we'll choose one for you.
See for
Back here at the Murphy Center, game 1 of the day A low-scoring affair between the Lady Wildcats of Livingston Academy and the Lady Redskins of Loudon. 21-10 is your score. Taking a look at the first half stats, not a lot of stats really to get in depth with, but for Livingston Academy, they shot 50%, only 12 shots attempted. They were 6 of 12 from the field in the first half, 2 of 7 from three-point range, 7 of 11 from the free throw line. For Loudon, 3 of 19 from the floor, 16%, 1 of 10 from three-point range, 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Turnovers in the first half, Livingston turned it over 10 times. Only 4 steals by Loudon. For the Lady Redskins, 11 turnovers and 7 steals by Livingston. Rebounding edge goes to Livingston just by 1, 13-12, although only 3 offensive rebounds for Livingston, 7 for Loudon in the first half. Individual scoring for Livingston Academy, 6 points for Heather Cravens, 5 for Sydney Staggs and Taylor Meadows, 3 for Marley Sells, and 1 apiece for Daly and Miller. For Loudon, 5 points for Chelsea Moore, 3 for Savannah Berry, and 2 for Jara Gasper to lead the way in the first half. 21-10 is your halftime scoring. For the second half play-by-play, here's Dan Hughes.
Thank you very much, Chris Harris. And Livingston inbounds the basketball. Daly over to the left side, over to Williams. Williams in the lane, travel, turnover, goes the way of Loudon. Loudon's got to make some adjustments, and going against the defense of Livingston, that's tough.
I honestly think if they can just push the issue a little bit, they're being extremely conservative against this zone, and of course Livingston comes out in the zone it looks like. I don't know. I think they may be more of a matchup here than the regular 2-3. Now it is just the regular 2-3.
Moore takes it in the lane, drives, puts it up, blocking foul going to be called.
That was close.
That could have gone either way. Daly going to be charged with the foul. To the line will be Chelsea Moore. She'll shoot 2 times.
But you notice they pushed the issue there. She drove it to the bucket. She's getting some free throws out of it.
Isaac popped it, got it.
Our folks watching online at TSSAA Network.com, you get that above the rim cam.
Yeah, and you got to read that about the tweeter after a while. Second half is good, and it's a 9-point ball game.
About the what?
Tweeter, whatever.
I'm tweeting right now.
Yeah, okay. In the lane, bounce pass underneath, up and in for 2 is Cravens.
The scoring frenzy.
23-12. Livingston Academy lead. Over to Gasper. Gasper to the left side in the corner to Daly. 3 in the air, won't fly. Rebound coming out with it, Livingston Academy. Williams brings it down the floor. Over to the right side to Staggs. Staggs loop pass underneath, up, shot won't go. Rebound by Loudon. Scramble for loose basketball on the floor. Fast and furious underneath. Left side, 3 up, 3 down. Daly. Daly for 3, and it's 26-12. Livingston Academy leading. This is Berry. Berry to Gasper. Back out front to Moore. Over to the left side it goes to Berry. Back to Moore. Moore drives in the lane. Puts it up off the glass. Won't go. Rebounds by Livingston. Down the floor, Williams. Williams right side. Out top of the key in the lane. Traveling call. Took the little step before put the ball down. Turnover is going to go the way of Loudon.
A couple of East Tennessee teams going at it here with Livingston Academy, Overton County, and then Loudon County, and East Tennessee.
Out across the time stripe. With it, this is Grimes. Grimes out top of the key. Gasper. Gasper over to Moore. Back out front to Gasper. Out front to Moore. Over to Berry. Berry at midcourt to Grimes. Out front to Gasper. Gasper feeds it off left side. Long 3 off the side. No good. Rebound coming out with it is Daly of Livingston Academy. Over to Williams, and the ball knocked away and out of play, and a good defensive play there by Loudon.
Coming up next, it'll be Manassas and CPA. Middle versus west.
And Williams with the basketball for Livingston. Out front to Staggs. Staggs drives in the lane, puts it up off the glass, won't go. Rebounds by Chelsea Moore of Loudon.
Threw it away.
Whistle.
Threw it away.
And the turnover is going to go back to Livingston.
Outlet pass a little bit too high.
Staggs will inbound for Livingston Academy. Even though it's called an academy, it's a public school. Out to Williams. Williams over the left side to Staggs. Back out front to Williams. To Miller. Miller in the lane. Kicks it back out front to Williams. Williams loses control of the ball. Out of bounds it goes. It's going to belong to Livingston Academy underneath the bucket. Leslie Riddle is the head coach for the Lady Wildcats of Livingston Academy. Over the left side to Miller. Miller, little jumper off the glass, and the bucket it goes.
That was dandy. She got the kiss.
28-12. Livingston Academy leading. Loudon working the basketball around the perimeter. Grimes drives in the lane, up off the glass, no good. Rebound coming out with it, Livingston Academy. This is Williams. Williams out across the stripe, out top of the key. Bounce pass goes to the baseline. Turnaround up, it won't fly. Rebound is by Loudon, and a foul going to be called on Cravens of Livingston Academy.
Tempo quite a bit different here in the third quarter, Dan.
3 new ones coming in for Livingston Academy. Inbounding Loudon. Over to Berry. Berry across the time stripe. Over the right side to Gasper. Gasper gives it over to Berry. Berry to the top of the key. Out top of the circle to Daly. Feeds it into the corner. 3 in the air. Won't go. Rebound. Long rebound comes out. Snow got the rebound. Feeds it baseline. One hand up. Moore with 2. And it's 28-14. That's the score. And Livingston on top, and a timeout is called. Timeout on the floor. 3:55 remaining in the third quarter. 30-second local break coming your way right now on the TSSAA network. Livingston Academy inbounds the basketball and brings it down the floor. And the ball deflected away and stolen away by Loudon. Driving up, it won't go. Offensive foul call.
And Moore didn't like it. She might have a little bit of a beef there.
Chelsea Moore charged with the foul, and the turnover is going to go to Livingston Academy. .344 remaining in the third quarter. Full court pressure by Loudon.
I say Coach Collins has gone to the full court man-to-man press here.
Staggs out front. Over to the right side. Back underneath, and there was a shot underneath, and it's no good, and the rebound is by Chelsea Moore. Moore brings it down. Moore, baseline shot, 10-footer, no good. Rebound is by Livingston. And Sells got the rebound, and ball knocked away and out of bounds it goes, and it's going to belong to Livingston Academy.
And Chelsea Moore, she is using a lot of energy. 24 right there for Loudon, just trying to keep her team in this ball game.
Livingston will inbound. Go to Meadows. Meadows lead pass goes to Williams. Williams underneath, and she walked. Yes, she did. She knew it. Turnover goes to Loudon.
She lost maybe where she was on the floor. Didn't have anybody to get the ball to, and kind of panicked there at the last minute.
3:05 remaining in the third quarter. 28-14, Livingston leading. Loudon with the basketball. Out front to Gasper. Gasper over to Berry. Berry to the top of the key. Right side to Snow. Loop pass goes inside, over into the corner. Three in the air. It's deflected, I think. And the ball picked up by Livingston.
That was Stover that got a piece of that. Or rather, yeah, it was Stover that got a piece of it.
Williams with the basketball. Make that Meadows with the basketball, and a foul is called. Gasper charged with the foul for Loudon, and Livingston will inbound with 2:22 remaining in the third. Inbound out front, top of the key, into the lane, and walk. Traveling, turnover goes to Loudon. Now, Chris, it's no secret, and I'm not telling anybody anything they don't already know, but Loudon has got to start cashing in on some of these turnovers.
15 now for Livingston, actually one more than Loudon.
Out top of the key. Left side to Moore. Moore's little jumper, all air rebound, scramble out of bounds, and it goes off Loudon. It'll belong to Livingston Academy, and another time wasted as they come down the floor.
That was a good save by Meadows. Pass.
Long pass underneath, driving left, good. Meadows.
Got Basales to see the floor there and see Meadows streaking down the near side, the easy left-handed layup.
30-14, Livingston Academy leading Loudon. Loudon with the basketball out top of the key.
It's going to be danger time for Loudon.
Snow over to Moore. Moore at the top of the key.
Moore came up to get that pass. She got popped in the nose.
Yeah.
No foul call.
She's still feeling it, too. Right side in the lane, starts in, backs out. Moore puts up a three. It's there.
Got a nice looking shot.
Chelsea Moore for three. That's what Loudon's going to have to do to get back in this. 30-17. Livingston Academy with the ball and the lead. Bounce pass goes baseline. Loop pass goes underneath and up and in for two. And that's Marley Sells, the sophomore, at 5'10". For the two, and it's 32-17. Livingston leading. 50 seconds remaining in the third.
Miller was trapped on the baseline. I don't know how she saw underneath, but a good pass.
Left side. This is Moore. Moore feeds it to the baseline. Bad pass, and it's picked off. Down the floor, Livingston. Across the stripe. Lead pass goes underneath and puts it up. Puts it off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound up. Two. Whistle. Foul. Bucket's going to count. Miller with the bucket.
Chelsea Moore going to be whistled for the foul here.
Basket is good.
That's her fourth. That's bad news for Loudon. Like their two best players now. One has three, the other has four. One's Gasper, their leading scorer, and second leading scorer, and Moore.
Miller's free shot in the air is good. And it's 35-17. Livingston Academy leading Loudon.
Remember you said after she made that three, made it 30-17. It was a big moment. Livingston, they've run off 5 straight now to go up by their largest margin of 18.
Inbounding will be Loudon. Loudon brings it down quickly across the time stripe. Out to the left side. Out to the top of the key now to Berry. Berry gives it over to Snow, over into the corner, back to Snow, back out front, Berry. Savannah backs out to midcourt, 10 seconds remaining. Left side, whistle, drew the foul on number 3, Sydney Staggs, charged with the foul. And that is team foul 3. Inbounding with 7 seconds remaining is Loudon. Left side, long three in the air, all air. Rebound is by Sells. Here comes Livingston, 2 seconds, 1 second. Ball stolen. That's the end of the third. Into the third quarter of play. The score, Livingston Academy 35, Loudon 17. Network break back in 1 minute on the TSSAA network.
Hey, you want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
Let's take 10 seconds and pause for station identification. You're listening to the TSSAA network. Inbounding is Loudon with it Gasper. Loudon trailing 35-17. We're in the fourth quarter. Just started. Out front, Berry. Over to Gasper. Back over to Berry. Berry top of the key. To Gasper in the lane. Up. Yes, it rolls in. 35-19.
Gasper, that's just her 4th point. She's a leading scorer on this team, averaging 14.
Stags tried to feed it on the inside, and the ball out of bounds, and it's going to belong to Loudon. Loudon's got their hands full, down by 16 points here going into the fourth quarter.
Not impossible, but
tough.
Gotta push the envelope here.
Back over to the right side, it goes to Gasper. Gasper over to Moore. Moore to the right side, back to Gasper. Gasper to the top of the key. Bounce pass goes right side to Moore. Moore starts in, puts up a three. It's short, no good. Rebound is by Livingston Academy.
Credit Livingston too, Dan. I mean, they've played some really nice defense.
To the left side. Man, the ball's batted and stepped on the baseline. Loudon stepped on the baseline, out of bounds, and Savage on a good defensive play didn't mean to. Out front, left side, Williams. Williams gives it baseline to drive, tries to feed it off, ball stolen in the corner, and the timeout is called. Timeout called on a good play by Loudon with 6:42 remaining in the game. 35-19 the score. Livingston Academy leading a 1 minute local break on the TSSAA network. Down the floor, Loudon with the basketball. This is Moore. Moore gives it out to Berry. Out to the left side, into the corner. Three in the air. Yes, it's there. Chelsea Moore for three. 35-22. Livingston with the lead and the ball. Over the left side to Williams. Williams over to Cravens. Cravens to the left side. Whistle, what have we got? 3-second violation.
It's a couple of turnovers now here in a row for Livingston. Loudon's trimmed it to a baker's dozen.
Game to follow all day long. Over the right side. Moore with it at top of the key. Gives it left side to Berry. Back over to Moore. Free throw line fadeaway all there. Scramble for the ball out of bounds. Livingston's basketball. 5:52 remaining in the ball game. 35-22 Livingston leading. Livingston inbounds. Cravens. And a pass knocked away and out of bounds, and whistle and a foul called. I think they got number 13 for Livingston, Williams.
Yeah, I'm kind of chasing after the basketball, but a little bit too aggressive there.
Inbounding Loudon. 5:45 remaining.
Still a few fouls away on both sides from the bonus.
Berry across the stripe. Berry gives it over the left side to Moore. Back out front to Gasper. Over to Berry. Berry at midcourt. Right side to Grimes. Loop pass goes underneath. Whistle and a foul. Foul on 23 Cravens.
That's her third, team's fifth now.
Inbounding will be Loudon underneath the bucket. Over to the left side in the lane. Whistle got a foul.
Livingston get a little bit lax here with this defense.
They're tired.
Yeah.
Miller charged with the foul. Inbounding underneath the bucket is Loudon. Way out front. Top of the key. Three in the air. It won't go. Rebound Livingston. This is Williams. Over to Cravens. Cravens to the left side. Back out front to Williams. Over to Cravens. Cravens left wing. Back to Williams. Over to left side. Loop pass goes inside. Bounce pass to the baseline. Out of bounds. What do we got? 3-second violation again?
Again, yeah.
That's the third one in this game that I can remember.
Got to get out of the hot spot, Dan.
Hot spot. You'll remember that now.
I will.
35-22. Livingston leading. Loudon with the ball. Out top of the key. It goes to Grimes. Grimes, Walker.
That's 16 turnovers now for Loudon. 20 for Livingston in the game.
Inbounding Livingston.
I bet for Loudon, they're going to look back and probably think they should have taken more advantage of those 20 turnovers they were given.
It's easy to look back, isn't it? Whistle and a timeout called here by Livingston. 30-second local break coming your way right now on the TSSAA network. Livingston Academy inbounds the basketball. They've got the lead. They got it underneath, and they lose it out of bounds. And the turnover is going to go the way of Loudon. Livingston leading 35-22. Is that 21? Is that what you're telling me? Turnovers? Wow.
And they're up by 13.
35-22, 4:33 remaining in the game.
That was the first timeout taken for Livingston. They got 4 left. You're watching online, you see the bottom of your screen with those little tally marks.
In the lane, Whistle got a foul. Foul's going to be called on Cravens, number 23. It's 1-and-1 time. 1-and-1 time, and to the line will be Gasper. Gasper will get 2. Shot up, rung the rim, won't go. Those are the ones every time you have the opportunity to go to the line, you can't be missing out on it.
Tom Krieger's in the house from the Murfreesboro Daily News Journal. Does a nice little capsule of every team.
He did that?
He did that.
He did a good job. And thanks to Nelson for bringing it. Gasper, second one up, good.
I don't know where he got this size sheet of paper at.
You know Nelson, 35-23. They brought that over on the Mayflower. Out top of the key in the lane, and a turnover again for Livingston on the travel. 35-23, a dozen-point lead here by Livingston with 4:12 remaining in the ball game. Loudon with the ball. Out across the stripe to the right side to Gasper. Gasper back out front. Over the left side. 3 in the air. Rattle the rim, won't go. Rebound coming out with it is Sales. Down the floor, this is Livingston. Double teamed over there. As Loudon double teaming the basketball. Whistle, what do we have? A foul?
A reach in, yeah.
Number 12 charged with the foul. That is Berry. To the line will be Staggs. No, we're not
quite.
shooting.
Not quite. So we got 3 more actually to go before the bonus.
Loudon needs to take care of that pretty quick, don't they? Right side. Meadows loses control, picks it back up. Whistle, quick foul call.
It's Berry again.
Or did they get 10? Campbell charged with that foul. 3:41 and another quick foul call. Campbell again. Campbell's was sent in on a mission.
She didn't have any fouls.
She was sent in on a mission to get them to the line to shoot 1-and-1 so you could get the ball. You're only down by 12. It's not out of reach yet.
You're wondering, Livingston at the line, they're 8 of 12. It's got to be a travel.
And should have been a travel, no whistle. Down and the ball stolen away. Down the floor, in the lane, driving, shooting, no good, but a foul called, and it's going to be on Miller. Number 14 of Livingston, and to the line will be number 12, Savannah Berry, the 5'3" senior, averaging 9 points a game, to the line.
First trip to the line for Berry.
Shot it, got it. She has 4 points now on the night, on the morning, I should say. Not used to this.
It is early.
Berry's second shot up good. 35-25. 10-point lead by Livingston Academy. 3:25 remaining in the game.
Well, they trailed by as many as 18 this half.
And Livingston just lost the ball off the foot. 24 turnovers by Livingston Academy, and they're up by 10. That doesn't happen a whole lot. 3:19 remaining in the game. Loudon will inbound the ball.
Bringing the Loudon fans
and
back
a pass intercepted. Down the floor, left side. By Cravens. Cravens over to Williams. Into the corner. 3 in the air. Off the rim, won't go. Ball batted around. Livingston comes out with the basketball. To the left side. Down over to the right in the corner to Staggs. Staggs to the right wing. Feeds it into the corner. Out to Sales. Sales pops it up there. Won't go. Rebound. Long rebound. Kicked out front. Now pass intercepted by Loudon. Loudon down the floor. Put it up. No good. No whistle. Down the floor. Picked up by Livingston Academy to the left side. Out front court. Over to Williams. To the left wing to Cravens. Loop pass Sales. Shot in the air. It won't go. Ball kicked out. Goes to Livingston.
At the foul.
2:24 remaining. Loose basketball picked up by Loudon. And now loose basketball picked up by Livingston. Their give out. And now a ball batted around and picked up by Loudon into the lane. And now they lose the ball out of bounds. And it's going to belong out of bounds, and the ball's going to belong, I think, to Livingston Academy.
Waiting for that circus music that
How many turnovers? Could you even keep up with it?
But those are all hustle plays. I mean, they were just getting after it. It was a hot potato.
Timeout called here, a full timeout. Local break coming your way right now on the TSSAA network while we catch our breath. Inbounding Livingston against the press. 2 minutes remaining in the game. Long pass across the time stripe. Gives it over into the lane underneath the cells. Puts it up, puts it in, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line one time.
You notice they broke that press with only passes. That's how you break a press. Minimize the dribble.
7 points for Sells. Sells to the line. Who'd they charge the foul to?
Didn't catch it.
I didn't either. Shot up, in and out, no good. Rebound is by Loudon down the floor. This is Berry across the time stripe. Loop pass goes on the inside, churning up. Shot won't fall, but drew the foul with 1:46 remaining.
And we're going to start subbing offense for defense here with. You have some foul issues on that Loudon team. I believe that last foul was called on Savannah Berry. Berry has 3, Gasper has 3, and then you have Moore who has 4 fouls.
Staggs charged with a foul. Grimes to the line. First shot up is good. Have another. Second one up, good.
Campbell back in for Loudon as well. There's the full court man-to-man trapping press.
Down the floor, across the stripe, into the lane, up and 2. Cravens for 2 for Livingston. 39-27. A minute and a half remaining and a foul, and it's going to be on Cravens.
You don't want to foul when you're up by a dozen with 1:30 left.
To the line for Loudon will be number 11, Gasper.
There's only a chance for them to score with the clock stopped.
Isaac popped it, got it.
It's 4 of 5 now from the free throw line today.
39-28. Livingston leading. One more time. Second shot up, it's good. 39-29. Whistle, and Chris, we had a foul called, and I was screened out.
Yep. You'll get, I think, 23 with the foul. No, or 24 more. That's her 5th.
And that's not who you wanted to foul out. She can play.
Yeah, that's not good right there. You have to foul, but you don't want to. You shouldn't have used her to foul.
Williams will go to the line for Livingston Academy. The 1+. Isaac shot it, missed it. Rebound, gets her own rebound. Comes out long. Bounce pass goes right side. Cross court. Now is Livingston going to try to eat some of that clock before they're fouled? And they flip the ball around the perimeter. 1:10 remaining. And whistle and a foul, and it's going to be on Grimes, number 3. And with 67 seconds remaining, Livingston Academy will go to the line. Next game to follow, Chris Harris.
CPA and Manassas.
And the winner of this game will play the winner of that game on Friday morning.
Did you, with Manassas, did you watch the Academy Awards this year?
No, I didn't.
Yes, I saw part of it. I did.
The winner for Best Documentary is about the Manassas 2009 football team.
Wow.
And their undefeated season they had that year.
41-29. Shot from the left side, off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound, whistle, and a foul on the rebound against Loudon. We'll go to the other end of the floor and shoot the 1-and-1. As it would appear that you could probably write into your book now the name of Livingston Academy and put them in an appointment to play Friday. To the line will be Daly for Livingston. This time shooting 2. Isaac popped it, got it.
I encourage you, if you haven't seen that documentary, I think it's in theaters a lot around the country.
Near you.
Yeah.
How do you know where I live? Second shot up, good. 43-29. That's a Buckley joke. I can't claim that one. Over to the right side. Back to the right wing, over into the corner. Back underneath. Driving layup, good by number 12. That is Barry of Loudon, and a timeout is called with 48 seconds remaining. It's a full timeout.
That's it for them.
And that'll be a local break coming your way right now on the TSSAA network. Livingston inbounds the basketball, is fouled immediately. And we go to the other end of the floor and shoot a 1-and-1. 47 seconds remaining in this ball game. 43-31. Livingston Academy leading Loudon. Livingston Academy, a veteran team as far as state tournament play is concerned. Stags to the line, shot up good.
I saw their 17th appearance, first since '09, but 17 appearances for Livingston Academy. Never forget that year that the football team had a 500 record during the regular season and marched to the playoffs and won the state championship in football. That was probably 07, 08, something like that.
Sangamon up good. And it's 45-31. Driving layup, shot up no good. Rebound by Livingston with 35 seconds remaining. And Loudon drops back, saying, let's play and get it over with. 45-31. Livingston. And they're going to stop the clock in order to get some substitutions into the ball game.
Livingston Academy. Nice. This one up by 14. It's 14 points here with 21 seconds to go.
15 seconds remaining. Put it up and the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Loudon. 10 seconds remaining.
Loudon, their first trip to the state tournament since 1977. They were 0-2 in state tournament games coming in. They'll be 0-3 now, but they'll remember coming to the state tournament, no doubt about it. Loudon from Overton County, I believe.
Inbound, left side, long three in the air, rung the rim, won't go. Rebound by Loudon, 2 seconds, 1 second. Shot in the air for three, it's no good, and that's the ball game. 45-31, the final score.
Congratulations, Coach Riddle.
As Livingston Academy advances to the semifinals with a win over Loudon, 45-31, the final score here this morning in Murfreesboro in the very first game of the 2012 tournament. Let's take a 2-minute network break. You're listening to the TSSAA network.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee Public Television station, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music.
I see spaceships. I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat. Or we'll choose one for you.
There are many reasons why 96% of First Tennessee customers would recommend us. Here are a few.
Well, what I love about First Tennessee is that everybody knows me when I walk through the door.
They actually get excited when they see you walk into the branch, and I love that.
They can't stop me from singing the praises of my bank.
Would I go anywhere else? Absolutely not.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
Are you a 96?
Come see why 96% of our customers would recommend us.